The fishing news is brought to you by Interlux Marine Paint, Fanatics of Ocean City, Maxima Fishing Line, and Okuma.
Well, not a pleasant week to say the least, so picking the best bets at this point could be rather difficult. I'm Jim Hutchinson with the New Jersey Delaware Bay edition of the Fisherman magazine. I trust you weathered the monster storm okay. Well, kidding aside, I think that we did get pretty lucky here along our part of the coast. The folks in the south and especially through Florida really had some problems with Hermine. So yes, we did in fact get lucky. You know, at the Fisherman magazine, we recently invested in a brand new computerized weather model, got all the new software so that we too could keep up with the local weather forecast just like those weathercasters out of Philadelphia and New York. So here we go. This weekend, partly cloudy with a chance of showers. That's what it looks like to my special model. No, seriously, with Hermine stuck along the coast the way she's been all week, the offshore forecast is still sketchy at best. Things are not looking so good. This week's edition of the Fisherman magazine, though, if you're getting it at home, in our offshore report, we did report on plenty of big eye and plenty of tuna. A good bite offshore. In fact, Eric at the Reel Seat said the chunk bite lit up at the 100 square right before the Labor Day weekend. We also heard of some topwater action with yellowfin tuna at the Big Eye, at the Bacardi, I'm sorry, and the Big Eye were biting down in some of the southern canyons. Also had some bonita and false albacore at the Barnegat Ridge, again right before the Labor Day weekend. Where do the fish bite next? Who knows? We do have a little bit of a heave. There's a very, very small window according to NOAA forecast for Saturday. I do know some of the bigger boats. The Jamaica is set. She should be out offshore now looking for tuna. Some of those bigger party boats like the Miss Barnegat Light, also the Gambler, I know they'll be getting set to go offshore at some point this month. Most of the boats, of course, the private anglers, you and I, we're going to be looking for fluke this weekend and staying close inshore, especially if you're working along the coast, the New Jersey coast, the front beaches, on down Delaware. We're looking at some of that deep water structure, some of the reef sites. Although, of course, up in the rare and that deep water, still producing some good fish. Aaron Chichia was out before the Labor Day weekend, had an 11.64 pound fluke, a monster doormat that he brought on over to Julian's. Again, he caught that before the blow at the Reach. Now, the word that I got was that Aaron caught this fish on bacon. Look, I'm just the reporter. I don't make this stuff up. I'm just reporting it. But if it were me, I'd be suggesting bucktails and those big 6-inch gulp grubs. Of course, with the amount of bait we've got, looking for peanut bunker, looking for peanut snapper blues, live snapper blues, and of course, finger mullet as well. As all eyes are on the bait at this point, folks looking for the finger mullet, which typically start moving out our inlets the middle of this month. Mid-September is about the time when those mullets start making the move. Of course, the peanut bunker as well. I was checking my fishing logs from last year. It was September 19th when I popped up my first striper amidst a school of mullet last fall. So if you're looking to match the hatch and looking at those finger mullet as they start to move, the smaller metal lips are always good, nice steady retrieve. Of course, you can't go wrong with a little neck popper, always one of my favorites when those mullet are around. Of course, the tsunami swim shads as well. If you're looking to get geared up for the fall run, might I suggest the Fisherman magazine's annual surf show and workshop. That is next week, September 14th, out on Long Island. An immense show. This thing is spectacular. Again, it's out on Long Island, but a lot of folks from Jersey make the ride. It's from 6 till 11 p.m. at the Huntington Hilton. We've got all the details on this big show. Great opportunity to meet up with a bunch of different folks, to get geared up and also talk a little bit about the surf run. Again, get information on that at thefisherman.com. In terms of stripers here in New Jersey, don't forget, September 1st, New Jersey kicked off the slot bonus program once again. You have that opportunity when you go to the Division of Fish and Wildlife website, get that bonus permit. You get one fish from 24 to just under 28 inches. Also, you can get information on that over at thefisherman.com. Don't forget, you folks in Delaware, you lost your slot opportunity. You had that slot for the summer. That ended on August 31st, just as New Jersey's picked up on September 1st. Again, New Jersey, it's a bonus permit. You're going to have to go sign up for that. Guys in Delaware, don't forget. Weak fish action in the back is great on light tackle. I know one fish bag limit. Not a lot of folks are focusing attention on weakfish. My friends Captain Dave DeGennaro and Alex Majewski out of Barnegat have been in the Barnegat Bay and been doing pretty well. DeGennaro has actually been grass shrimping and having a blast. My suggestion, small bucktails, those light 6-8 pound outfits, and on those bucktails put a little piece of cheddar crab. Always an outstanding bait for the weak fish in the back. Find yourself a nice quiet channel or hole, and especially after Labor Day, it should get quieter in the back. Couple of events for you this weekend if you're so inclined. The New Jersey Wild Outdoor Expo is Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 5. That's at Collier's Mills Wildlife Management Area in Jackson. Always a great event. And I'm here at Riptide Bait and Tackle in Brigantine. Andy and crew have kicked off their fall striped bass and bluefish derby. That runs from now through December 23rd. It's only $25 to enter. You got to come down here to Riptide to enter. Cash prizes for the biggest 3 bluefish and also the biggest 3 striped bass. Andy was telling me before he's given $27,000 in charity in the past 11 years from this tournament. Way to go, guys. Make sure you get geared up. Andy and I were looking over some of this stuff, and it's looking like as long as that bait starts to move, just like we talked about, looking for a great opportunity with those mojos, with those tsunami shads. Of course, you've got the stretches and the bunker spoons. Hopefully everything starts to catch fire a little bit later on in the month. Now, don't forget this weekend, folks, it's the 15th anniversary of 9/11. Make sure you take a moment to remember. And of course, always celebrate living in the greatest nation on God's green earth. Until next week, folks, we'll see you over at thefisherman.com.
The Fishing News is brought to you by Intellux Marine Paint, Fanatics of Ocean City, Maxima Fishing Line, and Okuma.